now know which house it was, 1201 Northeast 83rd Street here in Miami. You can see parts of that front gate that was essentially pushed through by those feds as they raided this.
Got a bag and everything you can name. It's one of my closets. Always make sure it look like Nina's. So.
Authorities carried out coordinated searches at properties linked to Floyd Mayweather in both Miami and Las Vegas while he was reportedly overseas. What investigators uncovered has only intensified the situation surrounding him. According to reports, a concealed area inside his Miami residence allegedly held large quantities of counterfeit cash. This discovery has raised serious questions about the stacks of money often seen in his social media posts, leading some to wonder whether those displays may not be entirely genuine.
Money made, that's all I do is get money. Today is a rose gold day, as you can see. Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory. 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. Well, it's the biggest Chanel bag in the world. I got this bag from Karl Lagerfeld.
But the story doesn't end there. Authorities reportedly came across paperwork suggesting connections to questionable business activities, along with records tied to properties in cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Miami, as well as other locations across the United States. For now, several of his residences are said to be under restriction, and financial accounts have allegedly been frozen as officials attempt to ensure his return to the country. Investigators have now launched a deeper inquiry into both his personal finances and business operations, with reports pointing toward possible fraud and bankruptcy-related concerns. Multiple sources confirmed that agencies, including federal investigators and local law enforcement, were involved in the searches of his homes in Las Vegas and Miami. However, the exact reasons behind these actions remain unclear, as officials have shared only limited details so far. Early reports offered vague explanations, leaving many fans still searching for clear answers. Addressing the situation, a representative from Homeland Security Investigations stated that their New York division carried out enforcement actions as part of an ongoing case. They also noted that teams from Las Vegas, Miami, and local authorities assisted in the operation, adding that more information will be released once it becomes available.
Neighbors telling us that they saw at least 2 people detained last night by authorities. It's unclear if anyone was arrested. Other neighbors describing this.
According to a report published on April 16th, several individuals, including 3 women and 1 man, were questioned by federal authorities in Miami. Sources also indicate that additional interviews are being planned as part of a broader investigation tied to allegations such as fraud, financial misconduct, falsified documents, and potential contract violations. After law enforcement officials carried out operations at his properties in both Las Vegas and Miami, attention quickly shifted to past legal disputes involving Floyd Mayweather. Various reports and investigators have connected the situation to a series of recent claims and ongoing accusations surrounding the boxing icon.
Investigation lingering into the night, with Miami police assisting federal investigators bringing in the heavy artillery. Spotted inside from across a canal, rummaging through items at the house, their boats still docked outside as they canvassed the property in full gear, guns drawn.
Whatever they did.
Following questioning, some law enforcement insiders suggested the searches may be connected to allegations of financial misconduct and suspected fraudulent activity, especially as multiple individuals and organizations have recently come forward with claims. Meanwhile, footage shared by a Los Angeles news outlet appeared to show several people in handcuffs outside one of the properties. 2 of those individuals were believed to be related to Floyd Mayweather. Reports indicate they were not considered suspects in the case, but were temporarily detained while authorities conducted their search of the premises.
Because you haven't heard anything, and I commend the Miami PD or SWAT or whatever they were. They did their job well.
For those who live,
Local media outlets also aired footage that seemed to show heavily armed officers in tactical gear moving around Floyd Mayweather's Beverly Hills property during the operation. At the time, it was widely reported that Mayweather himself was not present at any of the locations being searched. Representatives from Homeland Security later confirmed that the activity was tied to an ongoing federal investigation. Over the course of the week, properties linked to Mayweather in both Miami and Las Vegas were searched, quickly drawing massive attention online. As the story spread, public perception began to shift, with increasing speculation surrounding his legal situation. Reports suggest that investigators carried out detailed examinations of the properties, and the case remains active. Meanwhile, questions about Mayweather's whereabouts have become a major focus as the situation continues to unfold. Around the same time, Mayweather shared posts on social media suggesting he was heading to China. However, travel records reportedly pointed to a different destination, indicating he had actually flown to Dubai instead. In the aftermath of the raids, several figures from the boxing world began speaking out, offering their opinions on the situation. Some even hinted at additional controversies that have yet to fully surface. While the statements from authorities and media outlets have shaped much of the narrative so far, many observers believe there may still be undisclosed details about the operation that haven't been made public yet. At first glance, connecting the raids to the growing list of allegations might seem reasonable. However, some observers have raised doubts, noting that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has not been arrested or publicly summoned by authorities. This has led many to question how accurate or complete the current narrative really is. Typically, when serious accusations surface, officials move quickly to locate and question the individual involved. In this case, though, the situation appears less straightforward, which has only fueled more speculation. Amid the uncertainty, a former associate of Mayweather, speaking anonymously, claimed to shed light on the situation. According to this source, the searches were indeed connected to the numerous allegations that have recently surfaced, suggesting that the investigation may be broader than it initially appears.
My all marble kitchen with the Versace glasses only. As you guys can see, the Versace glasses.
According to reports, investigators were looking for very specific details tied to the properties, which they believed could help confirm any direct connection to the allegations. One detail that kept coming up was the existence of a so-called hidden room. A former associate of Mayweather claimed that this alleged concealed space played a key role in prompting the searches. He suggested the operation wasn't based solely on accusations, but also on the need to verify certain claims before taking further action. In his words, authorities are focused on building a solid case and ensuring any evidence is credible before moving directly against Mayweather himself. Several legal complaints have previously mentioned the possibility of a hidden area within his homes, where counterfeit money and questionable documents were allegedly stored. These claims, repeated across multiple cases, appear to be a major point of interest for investigators as they continue their inquiry.
Go in the middle door. Open the middle door. You want to go in? Push it.
In one of the legal cases filed against Floyd Mayweather Jr., it was alleged that his properties in Las Vegas and Miami were equipped with an extensive number of surveillance cameras. A former employee also claimed that, during his time working closely with Mayweather, he became aware of concealed cameras placed in certain restricted areas of the home. These statements reportedly align with what the same individual suggested about the recent searches, that the objective was not only to examine the accusations, but also to gather additional evidence that could support them. Investigators, it seems, are focused on building a more complete picture rather than relying solely on existing claims. Some observers believe that if authorities eventually decide to fully pursue the allegations, the situation could escalate further. For now, however, the investigation appears to still be in a fact-finding stage.
My lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
A separate case, a jewelry business filed a lawsuit against Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of failing to settle payments and violating contract terms. The complaint also included claims related to questionable financial dealings and alleged fraud. Court filings further suggested that he may have been involved in unauthorized business operations alongside a close associate. For years, Mayweather's image has been defined by two things: his elite boxing skills and his enormous wealth. Often described as one of the richest fighters ever, he built a reputation for an extravagant lifestyle filled with luxury cars, private jets, and high-end spending. However, recent comments from boxing insider Rick Glazer have stirred new conversations, hinting that his financial position may not be as solid as it once appeared. Interestingly, 50 Cent had previously raised similar concerns, suggesting that there could be more beneath the surface than what the public sees.
Do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, I figured.
And I'm pointing like this because all of we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
To understand how this all started, it helps to go back to late last year. Around October, reports surfaced claiming that the retired boxing star had put roughly $42 million into a portfolio of about 60 buildings, said to include nearly 1,000 affordable housing units. This was just one of several major updates highlighting his growing presence in New York City's real estate market. Not long after, 50 Cent entered the conversation. Following his high-profile activity in New York, Floyd Mayweather made an appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, where he spoke confidently about his investments. During the interview, he suggested that his real estate holdings had expanded significantly, estimating that he owned well over 100 buildings, with the vast majority located in New York City.
Andre Durrell, IBF champion Billy Dip, WBA champion Celestino Calabero. So we brought them over. I brought them over while Floyd was, still incarcerated.
Yeah.
Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying the new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going,
all this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Those statements didn't seem to sit well with 50 Cent, who quickly reacted on social media. In a series of posts, he mocked the claims, questioning whether the numbers being mentioned were accurate and taking a few humorous jabs at the boxing star. He didn't stop there. In follow-up posts, he continued to criticize the situation, suggesting that Mayweather might not have full control or clarity over the properties being discussed. He also raised concerns about potential financial implications tied to those claims, adding fuel to the ongoing debate. At one point, the rapper even shared an edited image portraying Mayweather in a playful but critical way, implying that the statements being made might not be entirely truthful. The back and forth quickly grabbed attention online, adding another layer of controversy to the story.
when you gonna give me the money?
Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants?
Claims about owning over 100 buildings, mostly in New York, sparked even more reactions online, with 50 Cent openly dismissing the idea and responding with sarcastic and critical remarks on social media. The tension between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather Jr. isn't new. The two have a long history of public disagreements, with multiple exchanges over the years. At first, this seemed like just another chapter in their ongoing rivalry. However, things took a more serious turn when Rick Glazer weighed in. He shared updates suggesting that there may be underlying concerns about Mayweather's financial situation, hinting that some of the criticism might not be entirely baseless. While the idea of Mayweather facing financial difficulties may come as a surprise to many, Glazer indicated that such rumors have been circulating for some time. Despite this, the boxing icon continues to be seen enjoying a lavish lifestyle, frequently showcasing luxury items like high-end jewelry, designer watches, exotic cars, and private jets.
This looked like a friendship that was going to last a lifetime. What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
Well, he changed his mind.
Now, what do you mean he changed his mind?
Like, as he was actually going in to jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather promotion.
Right.
Then as he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather Promotions. There's no LLC, there's no...
Glazer admitted he hoped the rumors weren't true, noting that it would mark a dramatic fall for the former champion known as Money. At this point, it remains unclear how much truth there is behind the speculation. Some doubts have emerged specifically regarding Mayweather's reported real estate investments. In March 2025, Business Insider noted that public property records in New York City show no evidence of ownership transfers tied to him. Similarly, the New York City Housing Partnership confirmed that they were not aware of any such transactions. While the details remain unverified, the situation has sparked widespread attention, suggesting that Mayweather could be facing some serious scrutiny. As more information becomes available, the full picture should become clearer. For now, the question remains, is Money Mayweather really running low on cash?
50 Cent knocked Mayweather out.
Nope, I didn't knock Floyd out. I should have knocked Floyd out. It's kind of hard to hit Chap, even when he's standing right in front of you. Stop moving and with the shoulder block and everything, so get hard to hit.
Shifting away from the real estate controversy, Amir Khan publicly criticized Floyd Mayweather for his outspoken support of Israel, claiming that the boxing legend was using the issue for personal gain. Mayweather has long been an advocate for Israel, making multiple visits to the country, donating funds and equipment, and meeting with leaders and military officials. His efforts earned him the Champion for Israel award from Aish Hara for his work against anti-Semitism and hate. However, his pro-Israel stance has not been without controversy. In December, Mayweather was reportedly confronted by a group in London over his support for Israel and the Jewish community. Witnesses said that the encounter occurred while he was out shopping and that he publicly reaffirmed his stance, stating he was proud to support the Jewish people. Observers described the incident as highly targeted, highlighting how Mayweather's positions have drawn both praise and criticism.
Get into a fight or a shoving match before?
Yeah.
Who won that?
I won every time.
Every time?
No.
Every time.
Now we had twice we got into it.
Like a real altercation?
Yeah, like one was with the...
Did he put that shoulder back on you? Because I'm thinking...
Nah. It was more like out of reflex, though.
The incident occurred just days after the 15-time world champion launched the Mayweather Israel Initiative, a charity fund aimed at supporting Israeli orphans. In a recent interview with Poker Firma, Amir Khan spoke out about Mayweather's tendency to flaunt his wealth publicly. Khan criticized the boxer's display of extravagant spending, saying that it came across as arrogant, especially given global poverty. Khan explained that while some people use their wealth for long-term investments, Mayweather often showcased his riches in ways that seemed intended to impress or put others down, such as at strip clubs or in flashy social media posts. He added that karma has a way of balancing things out, suggesting that flaunting extreme wealth could eventually have consequences.
Just where you touched upon the Floyd Mayweather Jr. situation, I don't know how much you spoke about this since you retired, but How close was that fight?
Really
with
close.
You then?
It was really close that we ended up getting contracts signed. So I ended up getting my side of the contract signed, which was sent by Floyd Mayweather Promotion. And when he come to me, I ended up signing it. And then the worst thing I made, well, the worst thing I did was to make an announcement.
Khan also suggested that Mayweather may have been financially benefiting from his pro-Israel stance. He explained that, based on his own experiences, public support for certain causes can sometimes come with offers of monetary compensation. Commenting on the ongoing conflict in Palestine and Gaza, Khan criticized Mayweather's decision to openly support Israeli soldiers. He argued that many fans may have been alienated by the move, implying that Mayweather's priorities could be more about profit than principle. Khan went on to say that he and his wife have personally received offers encouraging them to publicly support Israel in exchange for financial incentives, something they chose to refuse. In contrast, he claimed that Mayweather appears willing to accept such arrangements. Khan concluded by pointing out the irony of recent reports suggesting Mayweather might be facing financial difficulties, calling attention to the idea of karma catching up with those who prioritize money over ethics.
Floyd Mayweather. You see, now I know how Floyd must have felt. He was the A-side then, and I know how it would felt if I was fighting someone and I'm the A-side and someone did that. You know, you find it disrespectful. So yeah, I was young then. I was a little bit, I got a little bit excited and said, you know what, I'm going to announce it. Must have been about 24, 25. But look, it is what it is. That fight never happened, but it was a fight that, look, we have mutual respect for each other. But it would have been...
Khan added that he had lost respect for Mayweather after the boxer began openly taking sides in political conflicts, arguing that promoting one side of a war sends the wrong message. Beyond the political controversy, Mayweather has also faced scrutiny in the financial world. Following a cryptocurrency-related issue, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, issued a public warning to fans, urging caution regarding investment advice shared on social media. Stephen Pekin, co-director of the SEC's Enforcement Division, emphasized that social media influencers, including celebrities, are often paid promoters rather than professional financial advisors. He warned that any securities being promoted, whether traditional or blockchain-based, could potentially be fraudulent, and investors should exercise skepticism before making decisions based on such endorsements.
I've got that fight regardless. I think in their head they didn't want to fight me. I was a bad style for Floyd Mayweather, especially after the Alexander fight. The whole world media, ESPN, you name it, everyone was talking about Amir Khan's next fight is going to be Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, obviously, with all the ego he had, he didn't want it. He just obviously wanted to show that he's the A-side all the time. He's the nice guy to pick who he wants. Then he went in and fought Maidana twice, even though he did a poll, and twice we won the poll.
The world is now watching closely for Floyd Mayweather's return to the United States. Authorities expect him to come back as soon as possible to address the ongoing situation. However, there's speculation that he might delay his return, potentially due to concerns about being taken into custody. Should he come under the supervision of federal agents, there's a possibility of arrest. Meanwhile, investigations into the various allegations against him continue, and the full scope of the situation is still unfolding. It appears that Mayweather is facing a serious legal and financial challenge, one that may not be resolved anytime soon.
So I think it may be getting real.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And you would figure his big homie Al Heyman would rectify it.
Al's a powerhouse. Al's that dude. Al should be able to rectify anything. He's a Harvard lawyer. He's smart. He got PBC.
Correct.
There's also the possibility that he could face prison time again, recalling a stint he served over a decade ago. What do you think about the recent allegations of fraud, bankruptcy, and financial misconduct involving Floyd Mayweather? Do you believe these claims are true, or are they just rumors from people envious of his success? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. That's all for now. For the latest updates on news, highlights, and events in the world of boxing, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest content. Until next time, stay safe and keep your gloves up.